everyone, Natissa here on the subtropical Florida Gulf Coast, Zone 10, and today is Garden Bean Tasting Day. Or I should say purple bean, wax bean, speckled bean. There are so many beans out there. Different sizes, different textures, tastes, growth habits. Some grow better in certain climates than others, produce more. I just had a huge harvest off of my bush beans here in my garden. I have my display here in front of me of which beans I have harvested, and I'll let you know my thoughts. Now the thing with beans is if you pick them larger, they're going to taste different than if you pick them when they're smaller. So I have selected for each of the beans a smaller one and a little larger of a one that was left on the plant a little longer, just to compare and see if there's any differences. All right, let's get started. There's so many different kinds. I have some greens, have a wax bean, more like a yellow bean, purple beans, almost as purple as my shirt. And I have a nice striped bean. All right, let's get started with the taste testing. I have a kitchen bean. I don't know if it goes by any other name, but we'll see. And this is the smaller kitchen bean. So usually smaller beans are a little more tender and larger beans maybe less. Tastes like a green bean. Now the little larger one, it's still a good pickable size. It's not too big or anything. Let's try it. If I had to say which one I like better, actually the slightly larger one. Like I said, it wasn't too big, but it had a sweetness to it. Tasted like a green bean. They were both good though. All right, that was your regular green beans. The smaller wax bean. So far, the wax bean is slightly tougher than the green bean. Not by much, and it's not horrible, it's just in comparison. Still good, I didn't notice a difference in taste. The little larger wax bean. See, that's why it's always nice to try things for yourself, because so far, I am actually liking the little larger beans. It's pickable size, like I said, it's not too big. I want you to know that. It's often said to pick things really young in order for them to be sweet and more tender, but actually the larger of each bean, to me, seem more, I don't know, maybe tender, and I know a little more sweet. They both tasted the same as far as flavor so far, but the larger bean, who knew? All right, let's go for the smaller purple bean. That smaller purple bean has a different flavor other than a green bean. It's almost, yeah, it has like a fruitier taste. I thought that the other day when I took a bite, but to sit down and actually taste them side by side, the purple beans have a fruitier taste. Interesting. Let's try the larger one. Purple beans taste fruity. At first it tastes like a green bean, but then once it the flavors lingering a little bit, it turns fruity. As much as a bean can turn fruity, it does. That's cool. That might be my favorite. Now the speckled bean, the dragon tongue, the little one. Oh yeah, very different. You can still tell it's a bean, but I don't know. Wait, okay. I'm gonna try a green one again. Dragon tongue again. There was something slightly different in the first bite I took from that smaller dragon tongue. Let's try the larger one. I'm gonna break it in half. All right, here we go. Large dragon tongue. This one had a lot more water content in it, and it had a very bright kind of flavor. Now that I'm sitting here doing all this, I feel like I'm just not giving it the proper words, but yeah, very a brighter flavor, more water content. See if you can see. I don't know if that's gonna come up. Not be able to see it, but you'll have to grow these. Grow the dragon tongue bush beans. Very, very different, very nice. Yeah, I like that. Now in the past, I have had dragon tongue bush beans before. I've kind of compared beans with myself. You know, I grew a green bean, here's a dragon tongue, and I tasted them side by side. So I've done this before, but not to this extent. But I thought in the past that the dragon tongue bush beans had a more bean kind of taste, if that makes any sense. Maybe the word is a rich bean flavor, but the green tasted like your standard green bean, which they taste good, so that's not a problem. But yeah, hopefully I'm describing these to you all right. But let's see, Blue Lake. This is a very standard green bean and a very good producer in my experience and according to other people. The smaller one, of course, tastes like a green bean, and the larger one. The little larger ones are tasting sweeter to me. Okay, I have the opportunity. I need to try the kitchen green bean and Blue Lake side by side. Both green beans, we gotta see. Kitchen bean, sweet green bean. Blue Lake, one more time. Ever so slightly. The kitchen bean was a little more sweet, and the Blue Lake, still sweet, but more of a deeper bean flavor. Does that make sense? Now I know with growing vegetables, fruits, you know, a lot of it comes down to what's in your soil. Is the plant healthy? The weather conditions and all that can affect flavor. Also, what varieties you grow, that can affect the flavor as well. Yeah, try different beans, or in any fruit or vegetable, try different ones. See what you like, see what grows better for you. Overall, I mean, the green beans to me just tasted like your standard green bean. The wax bean, the beautiful yellow color, to me just tasted similar. The one that was the most different that I never really taste in any green bean that I have in the past were the purple ones. They tasted fruity. What? And dragon tongues today had more water content, but tasted nice and just not a deep bean flavor, which is bizarre because, like I said in the past, I always thought they had a stronger beany flavor in a good way. Well, I hope this video has piqued your interest in just different things that you can grow in your garden and try and just have fun with. I enjoy watching others compare different varieties of different things that they are growing in their garden, and I thought, well, today's the day for me. So I hope you enjoyed it too. So whether you're watching this in the fall season or maybe you're watching this as spring is just beginning, get those beans in the ground, give them a try. They're easy to grow. Maybe you'll grow a lot of different beans and you will be having your own taste test too. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.